Hey everybody, happy Sunday morning. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Cheers. Yeah, it's cold. mm-hmm. I actually may have taken a sip out of this when it was hot. Sweet home, Chicago. Yeah. Anyhow, Chicago's a nice place. Chicago's a great place. Lots of traffic. No, actually, traffic going in. Traffic going into Chicago. When you drive around Chicago, not a big deal. We just jumped in the car and drove around. Drove around in all these different places. And to get the deep dish pizza, if you ever get a chance to go to Chicago again, if you're Canadian, we can't cross the border. But anyhow, happy Sunday to you. It is well into March. First Sunday of March. First Sunday of March? No. Yeah, Monday was March 1st. First Sunday of March. And happy birthday weekend. Yesterday was David Gilmour's 75th birthday of Pink Floyd. Iconic solo I just played here. Again, mistakes are free. String noise is free. String noise, a well-neglected thing. Muting. Do some recording in a studio and you'll know about muting. And then you can do the old masking tape trick. You know, you can tape some masking tape across here so your strings aren't making all that. Anyhow, David Gilmour. What can we say about David Gilmour? What can we say about his guitar collection? Let's talk about his guitar collection. As most iconic, 60s to 70s guitar players in this world that are still around. Most of them are still around, actually. They all have these warehouses full of stuff. I know one guy who's not still around who had a warehouse full of stuff, who grew up in Pasadena. You know who that is. But yeah, David Gilmour, I think it was last year. Was it last year? Time flies, especially when you lost a year. But last year, he auctioned off all his collectible guitars, all the ones that were rare in the collection. And there was a couple rare ones. The Black Strat was probably the rarest. I think it went for $4 or $5 million. Someone bought that for. And if you don't know the iconic Black Strat, if you see any major pictures of him during the Wall tour, and just all through the history of early Pink Floyd, Pompeii, the guitar looked a lot like this, where it had a white pickguard. And he eventually changed it to a black pickguard with the white pickups, which was the iconic look, and shorter whammy bar. And if you look at that guitar up close, Fender's done a real nice job at the custom shop of making a replica of that relicked out guitar. And man, has it ever got a lot of war wounds. It's got a big chunk routed out where he had a Kaler system in there when we did locking systems in the 80s and then got rid of them. I still have a lot of Floyd guitars, by the way, which I love. I love Floyd's. Chosen few do. But yeah, David Gilmour, he auctioned off the Black Strat, got bought by somebody who owns a football team in the States. Not sure who it is, but and then he had a very rare Strat, which had the serial number, I think number 2 or something like that, or I think it said number 1 or number 2, and it was arguably the first Strat. But I think there was a bunch of prototypes. Excuse me, there was a bunch of prototypes back in the early days of Leo Fender making Stratocasters, and it was one of the prototypes. So it went for, I'm not sure what that got. There are other iconic guitars. The red Strat that he played mostly through. through his solo Pink Floyd days without Roger Waters, the red Strat. But and there are a lot of other iconic guitars. There was a gold top Les Paul. Apparently, another Brick in the Wall Part 2. I think, if my history is correct on guitar history, was played on a gold top out here, which is interesting because it sounds like a Strat. Come from the Numb solo. That is basically a D chord all the way up here. 12 frets above your regular D chord is another D. The big neck, small neck, as Ben calls it. Big neck, and then the exact same frets up here, except an octave higher. You're playing that D, and then he goes down into a. Dave was known for some incredibly great high-pitched bends, even in another Brick in the Wall Part 2. And then there's or you can go. Oh, this bend. Oh, I get a dead fret. Should have checked that before I decided to do that. Yeah, lots of real high bends, 1.5 steps and stuff like that. Incredible stuff. Strong guitar player. I heard he was incredibly loud in the studio. Just cranked tubed high watts. He used high watts. He also used my high watt back here. You see my high watt? No. You can't. He used high watts and Mesa Boogies, which is basically, I've got a Mesa Boogie here and a high watt there, but no. Anyhow, happy birthday to David Gilmour. He didn't have a lot of sentimental value for all his guitars. His Black Strat, people, Floyd fans are just like in awe of that guitar. His Fender sold a lot of replicas to basically, a lot of people probably didn't even play guitar. They just wanted that guitar hanging in their house. I'm going to probably build a replica of that one someday. But I just didn't have a lot of compassion. He just said, oh, it's just another one of Strats that I bought at Manny's in the 70s. And I put it together. There's lots of pictures of him tweaking that guitar and taking pickups out and stuff like that. Pretty awesome stuff. Other guitar players, I heard Alex Lifeson's going to do the same. Auction off his guitars for charity. I guess that kind of, Alex has got a lot of guitars. Alex played a lot. If you're a Rush fan, Alex played a lot of different guitars over the years. A lot of stuff. From Gibsons to solid body Gibsons to hollow body Gibsons to Strats through the 80s, custom Strats with humbuckers. He played Signature guitars out of was a guitar company, which sadly it's not. I don't think it's around anymore. Signature played a guitar that kind of looked like a Strat, Super Strat, but that's the sound that's on Time Stands Still of that really nice Stratty sound. It's not an actual Strat. It's a Signature guitar. And then Paul Reed Smith he played for a while and came full circle and back to Gibsons. So. Yeah, Telecasters even. He's got Telecasters. But Alex is going to be selling off his guitars. I'm not sure if he has the white double neck, the original white double neck anymore. But he had another one, a reissue one, I guess, for R40. And then the red double neck, of course, got kind of smashed up and repaired and given to a roadie. But I'm sadly us as fans, I guess, love seeing our favorite stars with those guitars. Our family went to Play It Loud in New York City in 2019, in the summer of 2019, at the Met, and they had basically an exhibition of actual stars guitars, and Frank Sinstein, Eddie's Frank was there. Which I was just shaking that knowing that guitar was in the building. And Jimmy Page's Les Paul from Song Remains the Same. The Sunburst was there. Blackie was there. Eric Clapton's guitar, and Jeff Beck's Telecaster that was all rounded off and all that. So you guys remember that guitar. But yeah, I guess hopefully Jimmy will probably hang on to that Les Paul, I think. And I'm sure Wolfgang's hanging on to that Frankenstein. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Rest in peace, Walter Gretzky. Just to shoot to some local news from our town here. Walter Gretzky passed away on Thursday. Had a funeral yesterday in town. Just an incredible man. I just, do you know any names of any other hockey dads from the NHL? Do you know Mario Lemieux's dad or anybody else? Bobby Orr? No. We knew Walter Gretzky. He was the only hockey dad. He brought him up. He was always around the rink. He was just the epitome of what we all want to be as hockey dads. So rest in peace, Walter Gretzky. Thanks to everybody in Brantford who supported him. Took a chance in going out on the street and banging their sticks on the ground as the procession went by, which was kind of a very cool thing. Anyhow, watch our live stream this weekend, today. Watch your live stream this weekend, which is March. There's our first live stream in March. Our 50th is coming up. Which is coming up. I think the 28th of March is our 50th show. We only missed, I think, I've told you this before. We only missed one show, and every day, every weekend, we've done a live stream since the pandemic started, or actually since April 4th. I'm going to be technically correct here. So this week, lots of good stuff. Something? Tune in. I'm not even going to give you the sneak preview of the songs. Tune in. Some great stuff. Some great stuff. The kids are singing their hearts out, and man, have they ever turned very professional with their performing after almost 50 shows. It's almost like a tour. Anyhow, have a great one. Please, still, if you are a musician friend of mine who wants to put a video or promote themselves or help out with a cause, our Baby Marcel cause, our concert is on March 20th. Please get your video in by March 14th. I'm going to be contacting a few of you guys individually just to see if you guys got videos kicking around to throw in. I would love to see everybody help out this cause and just play live. Guys, chance to play live. Jacob's video will be out. It will be actually played on our special. Our hopefully, if all the production stuff gets done in time. Anyhow, it's been 12 minutes. See ya. Have a great week, guys. Take it easy.